Africa has died. Stephen Nansowa died at a hospital in Limpopo province where he was receiving medical treatment for gunshot wounds. Zambia's High Commissioner to South Africa, Major General Jackson Meeting, has confirmed the death of Mr. Nansowa. He said arrangements were being made by Mr. Nansowa's employers to repatriate his remains to Zambia. Major General Miti has since wished the bereaved family God's strength during this difficult time. Mr. Nansowa was few weeks ago attacked and shot in the head by suspected criminals while in his truck waiting to be cleared by customs at the border. The matter was reported to local police, who instituted investigations, but no arrests have been confirmed so far in connection with the attack. This is contained in a statement issued by Naomi Nyawari, the first Secretary Press and Public Relations at the Zambia High Commissioner in South Africa. A 24-year-old man of Kafue has drowned on Lake Kariba in Siavonga district of Southern Province. The man, identified as Francis Kambalala, is reported to have drowned on the lake at Lusaka of Kanyewele area. Siavonga District Commissioner Ephraim Mwajabatu has confirmed the development to Crown TV News. It is alleged that the man was swimming in the lake under the influence of alcohol before he met his fate. Mr. Kambalala went to Siavonga to visit his relatives who stay there. The Matrin police, with the help of community members, have since retrieved the body, and it is currently lying in the Siavonga Hospital mortuary awaiting postmortem. Here's a report.
Yes, I've received a report of somebody from Kafue, a 24-year-old man from Kafue who drowned yesterday. But the Marine unit managed to retrieve his body. So we want the relatives to come and identify him so that they can arrange for his disposal, his burial.
Okay.
Yes,
what happened? Was he fishing? Was he swimming? What happened?
He drowned in the evening. We don't know where he came from. Possibly he was socializing. You know that beer and water, they don't match together. A lot of people have died on our lake after drinking a bit of beer. So we don't know exactly what happened until we get a report from his close friends who were with him at the time. And my message is that in the past 2 months, we have lost a few people on the lake, and most of them have drowned because of having some alcohol. So my advice is that when you have taken alcohol, don't go on the lake. Don't try to swim. Don't have false courage that you can swim. We don't want to encourage you. You go swimming when you are sober, but not with a bit of alcohol. We don't advise that, because we've seen that we've lost a lot of lives on the lake after people have attempted to swim after a beer.
A land wrangle involving two Tonga traditional leaders, Sikongo and Chipepo, has continued as Chief Chikongo chairman calls for other chiefs to intervene in the matter. Sylvester Simonje is calling on the Ministry of Chiefs and Traditional Affairs and other stakeholders to intervene in the matter before more lives are lost. Last year, residents of Chief Chikongo and Chipepo chiefdoms in Gwembe Valley fought running battles, resulting in the death of 70-year-old headman Ephraim Tabale after being severely beaten by some angry villagers. The chiefdom chairman has called on headmen from Chief Chipepo's area to desist from harassing land developers in his village, because the area did not fall under Chief Chipepo but Chief Chikongo. Meanwhile, Chief Chipepo, through his principal advisor Wilfred Mwene, has insisted that the land the people of Chikongo are claiming is in Chief Chipepo's area. Details in this report.
Land wrangles between two Tonga traditional leaders, Chipepo and Sikongo, in Gwembe Valley is slowly regenerating as subject from both chiefdoms clash on boundaries. In July last year, the Lusaka High Court threw out an application by Chief Sikongo of Chirundo seeking an interim injunction restraining Chief Chipepo of the same region over land encroachment in his chiefdom and the creation of new villages. Later, Chief Sikongo filed an appeal for the court to reconsider the area judgment.
There was a judgment which was delivered on the 9th July 2020. But this judgment, in fact, was really not fair on our side. The reasons are because certain things were not taken care of by the judge. Us as Chief Sikongo, after the judgment, we were not happy with the result. So we appealed through our lawyer. Okay? We did an appeal, which is now being considered. It's already in court. Now, according to them, they are saying no, because, well, yes, we are aware they appealed. But one document was not done, one part was not done. They did not fill a form of stay of execution of the judgment.
People of Chief Sikongo said they can only allow Chief Sipepo in the area only if he remains to the 30 hectares that was given to him and his subject during the construction of the Kariba Dam.
It is a piece of land which is in Chief Sikongo, comprising of 30,000 acres. And definitely that one, we cannot dispute it. The 30,000 acres need to be mapped out. And now, since that time, when the judgment was delivered, the Surveyor General has never come on ground to map out the 30,000 acres. Now, unfortunately, our friends, His Royal Highness Chief Chipepo and his subjects, they are not respecting this order by the judge to say Lusitu needs to be identified and mapped out before anything is done.
On the other hand, Chief Chipepo, through his principal advisor Wilfred Mwene, says the letter of appeal that the people of Sikongo have filed will not change things.
The Surveyor General falls under the judge. The Surveyor General is going to follow what the judgment is saying. And when a judgment is passed in court and is not stayed, it becomes a law. You understand? So there's no need of waiting for the Surveyor General. So the Surveyor General is going to follow the same judgment on which it has given the point where Chief Chipepo area ends and where the jurisdiction of Chief Chipepo ends and where the Chief Chipepo controls. So there is, even if the Surveyor General comes there, he's not going to put a boundary in a country within a country. No. He's just going to make to send a map that no, it ends there and here. But what the Surveyor General is going to give is the same thing which is in the judgment and which everyone should follow. But if you don't follow the judgment, that is the conduct of God.
Zambia has always been a place where people of different origin and tribal backgrounds have lived together as one in peace and harmony. Therefore, the reported segregation amongst the people of Sikongo and Chipepo chiefdoms over solvable issues like land boundaries need to urgently be addressed before it generates into deadly clashes. The two warring chiefs have so far shown that on their own they are incapable of sitting down to resolve their differences and therefore require the intervention of the third party like the government. Blessings Mkandewe reporting, Crown TV News, Chirundo, Lusaka Province.
A grain infection has left a 44-year-old Andrew Kasongo of Chief Chimense area in Bahati Luapula Province crippled as he has lost both his legs. Mr. Kasongo's life has been hard for his family, and now he can no longer manage to sponsor his 14-year-old daughter to grade 10 as he is incapacitated. His daughter has so far missed the first term of school due to financial difficulties, and the wife, Wilfrida Kapinga, describes her husband's life as miserable. Here's a report.
Andrew Kasongo, 44, lives in Spoon Village in Chief Chimeses area in Bahati constituents. He's been suffering from gangrene, which has claimed his 2 legs, prompting him to be physically challenged person. This situation has crippled his entire life, which has led him to fail sponsoring his firstborn daughter to go to grade 10.
Olo mubutunturu bwino mu 2012 olo naishire lwalo kulu kunga kumo kwa kuraiti kwambo kulwala fira kwati kufimba bene ku hospital basangi bati nikangirini sora baba mtakangirini kwa bafifimbe kumputula kwa kuraiti kai ukuna kwena bamputwire mu kwa konka po again bulabune bwambukiro ku wabwera ubulwele basa mputula mu 2020 mu August kundishanya kwandi bantu fifi nabakoresa benga kwatanyi kumbuya kungafwa tibanga filisha bamunife benga ngafwa kuba tubika rwandi wabo ko busuma.
And the wife, Winfrida Kapinga Kasongo, explains the suffering of her husband.
Ukulu kwatampire fyo kufimba mukufimba ifikondo fyambo okulaoma mukuma fo fyashire chiramwe kwatwala ku hospital kuya kuputula ukukumbyo kwa kongere po again na kwena kwa satampa 2020 again ifyo fine kwa adi kunanko again kwa kulebola fye kwambo okumefikondo again na kwena baya putula.
After the father and the family failed to take her to school, Karen is being tempted by the friends who are whispering to her to join them to be doing prostitution on the street as a way of living in order for her to raise school fees, a situation which she doesn't want. She is now appealing to the well-wisher and NGOCC to come to her aid in terms of school sponsorship.
Na perere mu grade 9, nombe mpya shakuwekela ku school mu grade 10 shadishupire. Badadzi badire mana bamami na bena tabakwate tapapo efe bachitefa ko bati kuchibantwala ku school so ndero mbako ngala kwa bakunga fuidisha ko bwafuidisha kuri ba NGOCC kumanza okudusa ko kwati banga fuidisha kwa kombo kwama ko kuwelela ku school ine pano ndinji mwana kashi ndafo kwambo kuya ku school no mbaba nanzi barafo ko bati bantwala munshire ibi yako bati na pango bule na faira mwempia so nomba fyonse finshfwan fa fenyo kuya kuskuru ndakana so mwe bantu abakwadesa na papa tandero mbako ndefo kwambo kuya kuskuru.
Reporting for Crown TV, I'm Jubili Malambo in Mansa, Luapra Province.
Dog owners in Lusaka have been called upon to always take care of their dogs and take them for vaccination to keep them healthy. Speaking during this year's dog walk, Tintin Walland, the organizer of Lusaka City Dog Walk, said dogs need to be taken care of as they help in maintaining security in homes. Meanwhile, an assistant military said the main reason for organizing the dog walk was to sensitize dog owners on the best ways to keep their dogs away from diseases. Here's a report.
Dogs are important to humans, just like humans being are to dogs. The connection between the two goes back thousands of years. Dog owners from different sections of Lusaka have gathered to learn some tactics on how dogs can be well taken care of by their owners. It was a special day for all these dog owners as they have come to showcase and learn how best they can take care of their dogs.
We want the people to know the importance of walking the dogs. So this is something we do every year, and this is our time now. We're doing it again. Yeah, as you can see behind me, we have so many dogs. We are educating those who don't know how to keep dogs, the importance of vaccinations. We are teaching people how to take care of the dogs. So this is something we value. This is the only time we come out that we can talk to a whole variety of people. Yes. Otherwise, this is something we do every year, and we encourage everyone to come out. We are recognizing different breeds, and we are against people who are crossbreeding dogs. So we feel it is important if people see the value of owning a dog and the importance, because not everyone has a dog and know how to keep it. This is dogs are man's best friend, and when you socialize them, the important, security-wise, you are very safe. I encourage everyone to own dogs because they are good security dogs and they're pets, families. Yeah.
it comes to vaccinations, it's one of the reasons why we organize such tours. This just tells that people need to vaccinate their dogs. They need to know how to feed their dogs, and they need to know the right food to give to their dogs. So apart from that, we also try to teach them how to train dogs, how to handle their dogs, and just how to go about it, just how to do everything about dogs.
Dogs provide security for human beings. Trained watchdogs can provide a high degree of security, while even small dogs can offer a sense of protection by alerting their owners to approaching strangers or unusual circumstances in the home. Blessings Mkandewe reporting, Crown TV News, Lusaka.
In sports news, Zambia's envoys in the CAF Confederation Cup, Nkana, have revamped their chances of progressing to the quarterfinals following a 1-0 win over Tanzanian side Namungo FC in the Group D match day affair played at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium in Ndola this afternoon. Nkana came into this match looking to complete a double over the Tanzanian side, having edged them by a long goal on match day 3 away in Tanzania. It was a slow start for both sides, with very few chances created in the first stanza. Coach Kelvin Kaindu made a first half change, introducing Dank Amboye and withdrawing Stefan Chulu, but it was not until he brought in Harrison Chisala and Fred Shimenga for Diamond Chikwekwe and Akim Mumba that Nkana began to look like a real threat. The duo did not take long to make their impact as they combined in the 71st minute. Harrison Chisala with a beautiful forward pass to find Fred Shimenga, who made no mistake from the edge of the box to score the only goal of the game. Nkana pushed a second, but it was not to come, and they had to settle for a 1-0 win. The win means Nkana moved to 6 points, same as Pirates FC, who host group leaders Ranja Casablanca at 21 hours. Nkana remains third in the group due to an inferior goal difference. Nkana will host Pyramids on the 21st of this month before completing their group stage campaign away in Morocco against the Green Eagles Raja a week later. Well, that sporting item brings us to the end of our news, but before we go, a quick look at the stories that made headlines. Zambian truck driver who was shot at in South Africa dies. Kafiwe man drowns in Lake Kariba. Nkana beats Namungo to revive quarterfinal hopes. Well, that's the end of our news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Christine Mapani. God bless you.